Hey, it's Chuck Karstensen, Remax Results, doing a quick live video here on a couple of my channels, and wanted to just put 2022 in the rear view mirror, answer some of those questions, put it in the rear view mirror, answer some of the questions that come up as far as how 2022 went in real estate. And I know people don't want to watch super long videos. I'm just popping this live out of nowhere. So I'm going to get right to the point. Number one, people want to know, hey, how's the market in general? Well, 2022 in many areas, like the general appreciation year over year was a little bit under 10%. That means from 2021 to 2022, home prices did go up a little bit under 10% in many areas. Some over 10%, some obviously less than 10%, could be 5%. But that's a general thing. And I mentioned this on other podcasts that that's sort of how it would end up. At one point in some areas, they were up 15 to 20%. So that means the latter half of the year, some of the areas or many of the areas slightly decreased. So that's one of the other questions. Have the prices come down much? Not probably as much as many people think, like, wow, the market's slower and the prices are going to come down, or the economy's not that good, prices are going to crash, or whatever people think. They really haven't come down that much. The peak of the market, in my opinion, from the actual flow of the market, it peaked in June. Now, if you sell a house in June or soon after in July, were sellers still getting top dollar? And then was that house closing in August or September? Yes. So some people look at the actual close data. I look at here's when it really started to change. The shift happened around June or July in most areas. So year over year, home prices up a lot. Really, when you look at that number around 10% or a little bit under. Within the year, they came down some at the end of the year, but not so glaring, which is all stuff I mentioned was happening, predicted to happen, really before other people were talking about it. So keep that in mind. And then when I'm talking about putting 2022 in the rearview mirror, like it is gone. Like I think real estate changes so fast, so you can't just, well, here's what happened now. Here's what's for sure going to happen in 2023. That's what the experts use to predict. That's what I might use some of my data off of. But really, it's going to be a little touch and go, bumpy this year. I mentioned in one of my videos and probably in emails that I send out to some people that'll be getting them soon, like, what do I think is going to happen this year? I think if interest rates stay around 6% or under, it'll stay pretty flat. There might be some slight decrease of prices in some areas and some slight increase. So pretty flat. If the rates bump back up, it would be, we would for sure then see a decrease in prices. So, the Fed kind of plays with things to probably make it, where real estate does okay. For a while, it was super hot during COVID, right? We all know that if you paid any attention to real estate. So that is gone, though. That's another thing to put us in the rearview mirror. That market's for sure gone. That's in the rearview mirror. I know where to get sellers calling. I did a video 5 weeks ago about pricing that still want to get that June of last year pricing. It's gone. That's in the rearview mirror. What's the current market? And there are things selling. Actually, it's pretty, at least with the people I'm working with, fairly, consistent. I guess the best way to put it, when the market slowed down back in June, where I said it peaked, June, July, compared to 2021, we had the biggest drop off month over month from 2021 to 2022. Those months, like when it shifted. But the rest of the months, we pretty much, as a team, individually too, with my sales, did about what we did the year before. So it was really June or July where the only real overall drop off. And even year to date, we're on January 4th. I've got 3 accepted offers and we're on January 4th. So it's not like nobody's buying something. There's things happening in real estate. So we expect that we, as far as Karstensen team, are going to have just as good, obviously, hopefully a little bit better year in real estate than last year. Last year was our 3rd best year as a team, as far as amount of sales. That was our 3rd best year. As amount of volume, I think it was our second best year, like add up all the sales. As far as revenue, it was it was either our second or third best year. I'd have to add it up. So 2021 was our best year. As far as that goes, it wasn't, it was right up there, one of our top years. 2020, 2021 was our top, and 2022 was right there, a little bit below or close to 2021. So those are very good years in real estate. We know going forward, this year is going to be different. We have to do a lot of the same things to help as many people, and a few different extra things, a few things we got to see are coming to be able to better advise people. That's one reason every once in a while I pop on and do a video to put it out there. I mean, I kind of know what's going to happen more than most people in real estate because I've been doing it so long. So that's just a reminder. Reach out if you have questions, thoughts, curious, concerned about the market. We're happy to help you, guide you, point you in the right direction. So we're putting 2022 behind us as far as it's going to be a different year in 2023, but it's still going to be a good year in real estate. And sellers will do fine. Buyers should be able to get in the market. And we'll just see how it plays out. A little bit bumpy road, but we'll see how it plays out. Thank you. Happy New Year. And we'll be sure to talk to you soon.